Parker Colbert, Spedicoat Refinish Network. Alright guys, so I got a good one for you today. We are going to attempt to paint this whole truck for 150 bucks. I get it in the comments all the time.
Not really $150 because you got to pay for tape and paper and sandpaper and body filler.
Alright, listen. Okay. I have thousands of rolls of tape. I got probably $20,000 worth of material on this wall. I already have, in retrospect, I already pretty much have all that stuff laying around. Don't really count it. This paper right here, I get it by the roll. It's like 30 bucks for a roll. This roll can do about, I don't know, 30 cars. So we're talking like literally, guys, like $1 in paper for me, from where I wholesale buy it from. Talking about like $1 in tape. I don't really include that stuff. So long story short, local dealership dropped this thing off. Really good guy, really good people. And they were just kind of in a pinch, man. They needed this truck painted. They needed it cleaned up. We both agreed. We're like, dude, let's just do it fleet white because we know the bodywork's not perfect. They did some bodywork to it. We did a little bit of bodywork to it. Still not perfect. So we're just doing it a basic white. So here's my plan. I did order a full gallon of Summit Racing, basically just their fleet white, their bright white. However, I don't know if this kit is going to cover this whole truck. So I had some Spedicoat single stage laying around. I had about this is with activator already thrown in it, almost a half a gallon. So my goal is I'm going to get the bed coated, I'm going to get the bed white, and then I'm going to start working on the rest of the truck with the Summit stuff, and then shoot one final coat with the Summit Racing over the whole truck, and call it good. Alright, I'm tired of talking. Let me throw a suit on, get some paint in the gun, let's get spraying. Alright, so as you guys are seeing with the single stage, you know how I'm laying it down, basically just doing one really wet coat. This product, along with the Spedicoat stuff, they both set up pretty quick. So you have to be, you know, kind of work kind of quicker with it. But also the plus side of that is you can pile on more paint in one shot. So I do one wet coat and I run right back over it and do like a drop coat to kind of even out the color. A lot of people think you can only get, you know, tiger stripes with silvers and metallics, and no, you can get some striping with white and grays as well. And you know, you're not going to see it in the body shop. It's when you're going to pull it out in the sun. You know, you got it all untaped, you think you're good to go. Hey man, that was an awesome paint job. You pull it outside and you're like, well, crap. You're pulling it back in. That's not a day you want to experience. So make sure you do your drop coats even with your whites. You know, pull the gun back, you know, fan the paint on a little bit, even out your color, and get it all, you know, get it all uniform, get it all looking nice.
Another question a lot of people probably going to ask, Marco, why didn't you put down primer sealer? Well, it simply just wasn't in the budget. If you guys have noticed lately with supply prices and everything like that, primer sealer is about $100 a gallon now. That's also additional labor to apply that material. So, we got, the single stage fills in prep scratches pretty good. So, everything was pretty smooth and sanded out pretty nice. So it just simply wasn't 100% necessary. You don't have to apply primer sealer on every job, especially these cheaper jobs. You can get away with just spraying on the paint, 2 to 3 nice medium to wet coats, and kicking it on down the road. It'll look shiny, it'll look smooth, it'll look exactly the way you want it to look.
So please excuse me. Looks like I did my eyelashes in freaking white. it was getting a little smoky in here. Huge ventilation issue. Sometimes, as you guys know, I open up the front door, I open up the back door, kind of create a cross draft. For some reason, the air was pushing this way today and not this way, which is out the door. So it was bad today. This is why, guys, I am so freaking fed up. And we're building a paint booth in the back. It's days like today that I want to just pull my freaking hair out because I want the air to go that way. Obviously, I got my blue filter. Go through the filter, go out the door. And it's days like today where all the fumes are pushing back in, and then I'm around them and getting them all over. It's just not fun. Anyways, enough about that rant. About the paint job. So, can you paint your truck for $150 and have it look good? Absolutely. Only issue we had with this paint job is they did some body work. They put some type of primer in this area. Not sure what happened, but it bubbled up like crazy. Now, that stuff, not really too worried about that because standing like 5 feet away, don't really see it. However, I tried to put a little more paint over where it reacted, and then that paint ran onto the fender, and now we have to reshoot this fender. This is not savable. This is not wet sandable. This is just going to have to be sanded and reshot. That was like literally the only issue I had with the whole paint job. And this is just, guys, this is just common. A big mistake on my end. I should have left the hood the way it is and left a tiny little couple imperfections and stuff versus this. Now we got to reshoot the whole fender. Definitely bad judgment on my behalf. But the rest of the truck, man, I mean, this thing looks, decent. Like I told you guys before, the Summit stuff, you guys can compare the front and the back. The back is where we put on the Speedocoat stuff. Way smoother. And you come to the front, it's got a little bit more orange peel. A little bit more orange peel and stuff. But overall, honestly, I actually have a lot of leftover material. Show you guys how much leftover I have. I have this in here. What's in my gun? I would have had enough material to do the whole job with the Summit Racing stuff. Now that's considering, only doing like two medium coats, not two heavy coats, 2 medium coats, whole truck. The Summit stuff would have got it done. As far as how it looks, I mean, it looks pretty good, man. I mean, it's not perfect. Like I said, it's got a little bit of orange peel in it. The Summit stuff, not sure what their paint mix is. Like I said, it doesn't matter what activator I use, how much I reduce it. It always creates a little bit of texture, a little bit of orange peel. Not a huge issue. Overall, thumbs up. I give this paint maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I would have been much happier if I would have been able to do the whole job start to finish with the Speedocoat. single stage bright white. It's got more gloss, lays down smoother, as you guys can see from the video footage. But overall, you know, good, decent paint job for 150 bucks. That is going to wrap it up for this one. I'm going to go get a shower and clean up a little bit. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like, subscribe, new videos every week.